Hello, everybody. Hi, over here. I know you're used to looking over there. Look over here. Hi, hello. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create some freaking magic. We are here with all our friends. Rob will be joining us once getting some computer issues going on. But we are here with all of the Wreckless and Faustus. Faustus is here. Hey, Faustus.
Happy New Howdy.
Happy New Howdy. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say Happy New Howdy.
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 It's March.
Happy
Can
New
we
Howdy.
really say it?
That's our grump
Happy
in the
New
group
Howdy,
right
I
there.
guess.
That yeah.
So that
Yep.
so your problem is the new of it?
The Happy New. Huh?
Okay,
Well,
cool.
every
Yeah.
day's new.
So no. Nav, you want to switch it up? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's fine.
Beautiful. All right, everybody in the Wreckless, take a look at your camera, wave, and say Happy Old Howdy.
Happy old howdy.
Happy Mid Howdy.
Happy old howdy.
Happy old howdy.
I prefer for Happy Mid. Happy old howdy. I guess.
Happy
it's
New
fine, it's
Hey.
fine. I lose by.
Beautiful.
Hey.
I want you to know I now start work emails with Happy Hey Howdy just because of this.
It's just
That
the
makes
way.
me
And I-
so happy.
Happy Hey Howdy. That's pretty good.
Happy hey howdy.
I've had like
Uh,
20 people go, "Hey, you made a typo," and I went, "No, I didn't."
no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Who am I
Just
to
said
crush
I
Clinton's dream?
said
then?
hi 3 different ways. Sorry for being so welcoming. Sorry for being so welcoming. Hello, for those that have no idea what this is. Hi, we're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Having 5 parties, this many, living, existing, and breathing for those that do in the same home brew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of STEM. So welcome. Announcements. We will be having no, actually no, all those are in the weekends. No, we're good until I think like mid-April, so never mind. I'll be doing some stuff, but you guys don't need to worry about it. It won't affect our schedules at all. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I got. There's more that'll be coming down the pipeline, I promise. But I need to talk to some people, starting with the meeting I have tomorrow. So, that's
Talk
it.
to some
I just-
guys about a thing. You know,
I'll
sometimes
talk
you
to
gotta
some
do
guys about a thing.
He's gonna get something that fell off the back of a truck.
That's right. And it'll be a great deal for you. And don't ask me how I got it. Okay. Do you want it or not? But yeah, that's it for announcements, which is to say that there isn't any. We are moving forward to our sponsor of the year, which is Lorify. Shout out to Lorify, as they have been an incredibly useful tool since we've used them in January. What the heck is it? Hey, good question. Thanks for asking. That's so nice of you. You should probably wait until I finish talking, but you know, it's fine. Lorify is an awesome and useful tool for those that are terrible at taking notes, like me. Or if you're a DM that runs several campaigns, like me. Or if you were a player that may have, missed a session or whatever, and you want to kind of get a recap of something that isn't fully and totally done in character in a very what's the word? Oh my gosh, the unreliable narrator sort of thing. Lorify's got your back. So it is a note-taking app that can take your recorded session, whether it is in person or online. I take that session, plug it into Lorify, and bam, you get a beautiful and awesome session summary within minutes. They're actually working on adding into this an extended sort of version of that. Looks like they're still dealing with some bugs on that side, but I don't even know if that's available to everybody. That might be something that's just available to me. But yeah, so they're working on making an even more extensive summary, including now being able to add player names for the characters that are assumed to be talking in the session. So instead of being able to say like, at this time, this was what was said, it's at this time, Jack said this, which is very, very useful for a lot of people, including myself. So yeah, it's super cool. You get a session summary. You get to go on top of that. You get to kind of zoom in and find the NPCs that are named, that you named off the cuff, maybe, or you got introduced to briefly, and you want to make sure that you remember their names. I don't know, players, environments, quotes, and some fun stuff with like with how much of a chaos goblin your party was, and a bunch of stuff like that. So if you're interested in checking that out, go to lorify.ai to find out more information on it. And I believe there's still a free trial going on, so give it a shot. You should do it. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Lorify. We love you. Happy old howdy. That's it. So before we jump into tonight's session with our friends in the Wreckless, I'm going to get a recap of where we left off with the party. So Dan, please take it away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Last week on the Wreckless, still separated since their moonfall some nights ago, the Wreckless continue their endeavors to find a way to return home to one another. Eventually, or maybe. It's on the list, all right? We're going to do it. We look first to the west of North Imea, where Riaris and Kalinor run from the consequences of their tireless meddling. Escaping into the woods south of Mir, a destitute town now looking down the muzzle of even angrier occupiers, they seek to find shelter and gather their bearings before heading... Where are we going again? South? West of Hasama? Someone knows, but it isn't these two. After a slow walk through the woods with strange, skittering creatures about, they channel their inner toucan Sam, following their nose wherever it goes, lured into an opening in the thick forest canopy by a bubbling stew. Next to it rests a strange fantasy RV, tricked out with interesting contraptions, multiple chimneys, and no obvious means of locomotion. There they meet Rivere. Jeez, a dwarf wizard of immense, world-shattering power, if he were to be believed. Both sides find hesitation in the quest for more information, but alas, a fine stew satiates all souls, and Kalinor and Riaris spill perhaps too much information regarding their own quest. They also learn of the legend of the Bastille of Hasamal, a Leona named Titian, who is rumored to prowl these very lands, resisting his birthright into the roar. Many questions still hang about in the cold air of that forest, like wind chimes warning of a pending storm, with the line between truth and legend getting blurrier by the spoonful. Under the mountain, we play a game of Find the Squishy, beset on all sides by darkness, and with little baby cave wyverns, why would you ever hurt them? The group of one beefcake and 3 glass cannons proceed to move north. If only there wasn't a wall there. Horace shifts time to keep his head. Marquant pushes past his ennui to do something, and Faustus rallies them all to just do something, please, anything, just do something. And Ogra, after smashing and hacking, decides that the best friends are the ones we kill and resurrect as fungal clickers along the way. Marquant, tired of this whole darkness concept, decides to light the cavern appropriately, unleashing a fireball in a space of unknown proportions and occupiers, as one is wont to do. While this does shed light, it does also to bring mind a favorite saying throughout all the realms: ignorance is bliss. Beware, fair adventurers, the mother of the mountain. Not all who wander are lost, yes, but many who wander in this realm are never seen again. To not be outdone, our cowboys and Abravar continue their fiery war against the written word as the library of the Asterian singularity burns. They finally defeat the devious rust beetles, though not without cost. Lars has lost a gun, a knife, now carries a bag even a hobo traveling on a railroad would look at with disgust. Thank the spirits he didn't offer his belt as a sacrifice. With the immediate enemies disposed of, questions too arise for this group. Where is Kobamu? What are these strange metallic insects that eat everything, and how do we get past another door? Oh, get your invisibility cloaks ready. The restricted section awaits. Gather your spirits, hoist your courage, and change your underwear, dear watchers, for tonight the Wreckless, absolutely no one knows what will happen next. And that is that.
Beautiful. Incredible work. Very, very nice.
I'm completely in awe,
Thank you,
Dan.
Dan.
I am.
That's great.
Wow.
That is great. Awesome. Yeah, I deserves a point of inspiration. Very nice. Thank you kindly, Dan. Please take that. Well deserved. Anything else to add, friends? Anything else to add, friends? Anything else to add, friends?
Where's the comma go?
Where does the comma go? Yep. Mhm.
Where does the comma go? Anything else to add,
Where-
friends?
Does the comma go?
Where does...
Or for
Comma go?
Overgrowth, what is a
Where does
comma?
the comma go?
I'm gonna assume that's a no. Very nice, cool. So I think without further ado, I just have one question for everyone here. Where is Rob?
He's currently in offline.
Yes, he is.
He's in
indeed.
computer hell.
He's
Yeah, I had to I had to send a sacrifice to the IT gods,
What?
and I did say pick Dan. And
And then they picked
they
Rob.
didn't listen. And they picked Rob, and next time, Rob, I'm gonna offer 2 sacrifices just for you so you don't get chosen.
Wow.
Because I
Wait.
specifically
or-
requested Dan.
But
How does that make it better for him? It just makes it worse for
Well,
someone else.
So he's not
Well, yeah,
alone.
I can't fix that.
Maybe,
Guys,
maybe
don't
it hit
question how the
Friday
IT
night.
gods
Dan,
work.
instead.
I like how we have a line about Happy New Howdy. That's not okay. But multiple sacrifices. That's where we're
To the
that's
IT
cool.
Hey,
gods.
We're on board.
Hey,
I mean,
sacrifice is a gift
All
that
of it.
keeps on giving all year round, baby.
Don't you
Thanks,
know that's the
Eddie.
Merlin Loke way?
there is.
That is the Merlin way. Follow-up question. Do you guys want to play some D&D?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I would like to play D&D. I would
I don't mind.
like
would
to play
prefer to.
D&D.
I am interested in perhaps playing some D&D.
Beautiful. Let's do that. It's D&D. Let's do the D&D time. Here we go. Whee!
Woo!
You might have the best "we" I've ever heard. Sorry.
Whee!
Whee!
Not the first. Nope. Okay. Here we go. We go to where we left off. Specifically in the deep, dark, creepy, disturbing, but now no longer disturbed. Besides yourselves, the library underneath the Whitewater Sanctuary. We're gonna put you guys on the map here, give you a little bit more light. Hey, there's Rob. And we'll start to kind of explain the scene a little bit more. But you all seem to have vanquished the metal beasts, or were these tiny little beetles? Actually, they weren't tiny. I will say they're like this big. That's a honking beetle. That's pretty scary, honestly. I wouldn't want to deal with that, but. Sorry, I'm narrating to make the immersion. So we see walls built into these hardened but elaborate sort of etchings of metal that has multiple bookcases stretched and placed all around that seem to go into this endless sort of labyrinth that for those like Carr who are able to sort of be able to look on and see past further on ahead, was able to glean even in the midst of battle that there is one room way in the back that looks oh so juicy. As Dan said, let's get our invisibility cloaks on, friends. We're going to probably be going to the restricted section. Dan, that was so good I had to repeat it. That was great. All right, I will put you guys on the map, and then we'll go from there. But the scene is yours. I'm going to put Carr kind of closer towards the back where I think he's going to be at. So I'll give you guys even more light because that's still darker than I want. But we could start with Lars. Lars, as you are looming over the this creature of clockworks and brass and hardened carapaced metal.
Yeah. I am. I'm probably gonna try to see if I can scavenge anything from its body.
Okay. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Uh, 16.
With a 16, I would say there's probably not very much besides the kind of miniature sort of workings. You do notice that there are these strange little sort of spiked ball ends that even kind of picking them up in your strong kind of minotaur fist, you feel yourself like kind of like, wow, extremely sharp.
All right, I'm going to put those in a pouch. Grab all the ammunition out of the backpack and try to find Carr.
You got it. Okay. As you are going looking for Carr, give me another perception check. I know we've done some of this already, but
It was so close to being good. 8. 8.
do you a favor, check your or I can just put the request thing in. It sounds like you might be coming from your audio might be coming from another mic.
Oh. Maybe we had a power outage and everything got reset. Let me.
If you want to just check that real quick.
Yeah, that'll take me a second. If you want to talk to Drew some longer, I'll look.
Get a 1950s vibe from him.
Sorry. Let me see. Well, I'm looking for it. I'm not very good at this. I'm sorry.
Say if you want to let me in, I can probably help you out with it.
Oh, is that what that was for? See, I told you I was bad.
Yeah,
Go ahead and send me another request. I'm sorry.
Let me in.
Okay.
I trust you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm assuming you want the Audio Pro X5.
Probably.
So I can't change it for you, but that's not what it's on.
I don't know where it is though. That's not helping. Devices maybe.
So it should be on EVMux settings, and then it'll be in audio.
See, I don't settings, audio. When the power went out, everything here went wacky, and I can't see icons anymore. It's little tiny squares.
Good.
How's that?
Much better.
Yay. Sorry, guys.
Beautiful. All good.
I don't know. Maybe when you're on somebody else, I'll try to restart everything. And see
I'll
if
never
I can
forgive you for this, Jack. Just let you know.
I know. I will self-flagellate after the game.
Also,
how could you do
perfect.
this?
And I want to blow up their spot. Nav is not on screen. I think you got to put their picture back on.
You
so.
have.
No, it's fine.
There we go.
Wow, all of you ratted me out so quick. I enjoyed it.
I tried helping.
Nav, roll initiative. Just kidding.
Wow.
Do I
Not
get any bonus?
Kalador, just Nav. Yeah, I feel like you're working real hard for some reason. Okay, cool. There we go. That's a little nicer. We can see some stuff now. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'd say relatively pretty easy enough. You guys aren't necessarily too far from each other. Yeah, Lars, you kind of rounding. Towards the back there, Car, you are you probably had eyes on the back wall.
Yeah,
Actually, no.
Told me there was a hole that I saw through the back wall.
Yeah, so coming through, you see Car is already looking at what looks to be this massive sort of metal. Almost looks like a massive kind of like safe to a door to a safe, like from a bank. And you notice that the metal walls that are surrounding that seem to be a little bit more heavily fortified.
All right.
Bar.
Are they
This
gone?
sucks.
Yeah. Are they gone?
I think so. So I was look at my backpack.
My eyes flick. Do I see? I mean, I know Jack knows the answer. Car's looking for spirits of these things.
No, yeah, you don't find anything.
I mean, Jack knows, but he's not going to find them. But, what? And he looks. His eyes. The nictitating membrane comes back, and Susie realizes, what were those? Were they undead?
No, they're think of them like where are you from?
The Isles?
The Isles. Think of a shell moving with no living thing.
Undead.
No. Somebody put a shell in a shell and made it move under its own intentions.
How is it moving? There's no soul.
No, it runs on a type of energy. Like you use
Like
food.
a soul.
Yeah, but it consumes the soul. So there is no soul. It runs off of it and eats it.
How does it?
So think
How
of
does
a
it know
body,
what to do?
but soulless.
Undead.
So you give it up. Not car. You put things, you tell it what to do, and you put it in its brain, and you walk away, and that's what it does. You tell it what to do.
Undead.
You know what? Metal undead.
Metal undead.
My gun's gone. My backpack and all my stuff's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Does
Those seem
this
important
happen
to
to
you.
you? Does this happen to you a lot?
Fighting metal undead? No, this was the first time. I thought maybe they were real.
Losing stuff and getting into fights.
Oh, yeah. People, bodies, lives, all the time. I walk by as if it's nothing. And I want to go. I don't believe it. I'm going to go over to one of the bodies and just look at it for a little while and like try to ascertain some sort of soul. It's Star P. It's bothering me. It's bothering Carr a lot. Beyond that, though, I know there's the door behind me we need to get through, but I want to go back to the door where Kobamu is. Even though I know even if he dies, he'll come back, I'm still concerned about him. So I go back to that door. We need to find Kobamu. I want to make sure he's okay.
All right. Let me see. So this way. So north is this way. Keep in mind, north is this way. So whatever way we go, we can follow the trail back. You know what?
Well,
I'm just gonna.
Easier if I just and I hop on top of the bookcase and go. The door's right there.
I was gonna drag my backpack on the ground and have a trail of oil and blood and water, but that works too.
Car, give me a history check.
Okay. 30.
30, yeah. As you're venturing back through this, you notice that actually I want kind of Drew to sort of describe this. Lars, in my eyes, Lars kind of seemed to take on a little bit of a different sort of vibe when the idea of direction was placed in. What does Carr, with Carr understanding very little about Minotaurs, but knowing something about their labyrinthian sort of background, does anything seem peculiar to Carr concerning Lars in this?
With a roll of a 30.
Drew, that's you. You're Lars.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went just brain dead.
Do you need me to say that again?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is Carr? What is Carr? Interesting start today, guys. What is Carr noticing based on their understanding of Minotaurs, assuming that they understand Minotaurs, labyrinths, that sort of thing? Is Lars acting strange about that? Lars seemed to be given very specific and sort of almost. Expound upon that, Drew.
All right, I'll do my best. He's probably noticing that he knows exactly the way of north, and he's very comfortable with pointing it out, and comfortable with figuring out a way of going through of directions, mazes, stuff like that. He feels very comfortable and relaxed.
Oh, okay. Joe got a completely opposite thing from that. Because it seemed like Lars all of a sudden was oh, I have to handle this. So it seemed like it was more of a nervous energy. No.
Well, yeah, it would have been for that. Yeah, he would have been oh, okay, well, I know this. So for him, it was calm, but he's also trying to take lead on it, and then Carr's just nope, over there, and it's kind of new to him in a maze that somebody is just as comfortable that's not a Minotaur that can just do that.
Well, not exactly. And Lars, you would know, it's not that I know the maze, it's that I circumvented the maze by flying over it.
Yeah, there's still walls that seem to kind of go all the way up here, but yes,
the
you did
bookcases
seem
are
to be able to
I can,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So with that, as you get to the door, Carr, you don't hear anything from your passive perception right now on the other side.
All right. I send a message. I think it'll reach. Let me check. Will it go through things? Ooh, maybe not. Is this common metal? Is it thicker than 1 inch?
Yes.
Or are the doors metal?
Yes, the doors have been metal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure Kobamu's okay. If I slash, are you ready for a fight? Just in case.
Fuck. Yeah.
All right. On
3.
1,
2.
2, 3.
1.
Hit the button. We see the doors open out, and in the doorway is Kobamu, huffing and puffing, very bloodied, but it's okay. Behind him, you see that there are 2 other figures of Tressa and Corin that are standing weirdly kind of resolute behind Kobamu, where the pile of these creatures are kind of left in his wake right now.
Okay.
I will approach Kobamu, assuming he is not going to take a swing at me because he's in some sort of rage. And I just say, "Can I
No,
help?"
he recognizes you.
Oh, good. I'm like, so I'll put my hand over on him and cure him.
Okay, you got it. So you're casting Cure Wounds?
Yes, 17 points of cure. How are you feeling, Lars?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm real good.
All right. Then I will save a slot. Then I will not just use it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Is that better?
They took Kobamu's sword.
I know. I saw that. I can't bring that back. I wish I could.
That just means we gotta find you a better one.
Kobamu had that sword for many decades.
I'm very sorry. It hurts to lose something like that.
Car okay?
Thank you for asking. I'll be all right. Yeah. Are you all right? I can cure you a little bit more later. I'd like to save some energy for later, but are you okay? Did I help?
No. Fine. No waste on Kobamu. Cowman, okay?
You're never a waste.
Yeah, I'm good. That was a good slash. Good fight.
Yeah. No blood.
No, he said they're metal undead. They don't have spirits.
New Kobamu didn't like metal undead.
It still doesn't make a lot of sense because usually I can sense a part of a spirit in undead, but I don't sense any kind of a spirit here. But it's all new.
Yeah. Kobamu.
You see Tressa come up and say, well, thank you so much for helping us deal with this small little problem of being able to access the library.
Oh, you're very welcome. Is it okay if we look inside now?
Absolutely. You have our you have access to all of our archives, except of course places that you cannot access.
Which would be what?
They would be most likely pretty relatively obvious, as they would be heavily locked.
And do you mean by saying things I can't access?
Sorry, Jack, I can't hear you, bud.
Yeah, I know. I can't talk and while you're playing. I can't talk and be muted. I'm like, do you mean things I can't access?
I'm gonna get you a big old rug for
If I moved my
Easter,
camera, you would see exactly what happened with the rug that's on the floor now.
Oh no!
It would be a waste of money. So we tried that. I say, when hang on. Saltus, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, maybe he'll keep it in his mouth now. He thinks I want it. Okay. When you say things I can't access, do you mean things I can't access because there's a sign, or things I can't access physically?
There is no sign for it. So yes, physical.
So if I could physically get by any barrier, it would be okay for me to access it, right?
The and you see Quarren come up and just go, yes, that would be within our parameters of understanding how the rules would be set.
Excellent. Okay, well, maybe you can. I'll show you an area I think I might need to get into. All right, sorry, that I might need to get into, and if you can't help me, maybe I'll help myself.
Very well.
Excellent. Do you know the contents of the library?
You see this Tressa steps forward and says, yes, very well.
Excellent. I am looking for the location of, and I describe. I'm trying not to. He's gonna start throwing this thing again. I describe my understanding of a teleport circle and what I would need to not only because I can learn the spell when I want. That's there. I'm looking for teleport circles in other locations that I can find, specifically, if at all possible, out of Abervar. Although I would want one in Abervar as well because I would want to be able to come back.
You got it. Okay, cool.
So I described that to her. And then I'll lean over to Lars and I'm like, and then once we find it, if it's here, we'll go after your, whatever it is you're looking for. Is it more metallic undead?
No, it's, beast.
Oh,
in
okay.
Words.
Maybe we can rest first, because I'm kind of depleted.
Rest would be good.
Excellent.
Do you think Kobamu's hair will grow back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not that I want him to, but he's been through far worse.
Do we need to cover some areas of him?
Kobamu, do you want your burnt fur areas to be covered, or are you okay? I found it's always best to ask them.
Covered in what?
I don't know, like a cloak or something? I'm wearing a cloak. I'm like, do you want to cover it with this? It's probably like, just covers his shoulder.
Kobamu has internal way of keeping heat, but
No.
Kobamu thanks you.
He means for covering your barehood. Or your
I'm not wearing Kobamu not wearing hood.
He'll be fine, Lars.
Okay, I just don't want him getting a paper cut on his,
He'll be fine.
What is this? What is paper cut?
It is like your blade, but with paper. Even though paper's weak.
You see Kobamu get really excited. Show me paper blade.
You want me to show you? Okay. Here, paper. And you run it like this across your skin. It'll make a tiny cut.
Takes the paper. Could you make paper blade for Kobamu 10 feet tall?
It's not strong. But we go to where he's looking and we find new plans for 10-foot blade just as good as yours. And we make it.
We find 10-foot paper blade in paper with signs.
Yes,
on it.
and I find a replacement for my pistol. So we all get something for helping them.
Kobamu understand.
Yes. A warrior's
That's good because Car doesn't.
Car, you've been with Kobamu long enough to recognize that sometimes Kobamu just says Kobamu understands, so that
so that it stops.
Yeah, so that stops.
Quick question, Joe, as you're looking up your stuff. just so I know what to do with my armor class. I know at one point one of those little scarabs attacked my bracers. Are they still functional?
They are. What do you remember? What you got on them?
What I got on them?
Yeah, the D4.
Yeah, for your. Yeah, the
Oh.
D4. What was the total
It
on
was low. It was under 3. It was either a 1 or a 2, but I don't remember exactly.
that? Okay. Then you're good.
Okay. Just, I didn't want to like cheat and have them still if they were broken.
Yeah.
So okay.
You notice that they definitely they maybe not mechanically different, but they definitely seem to be a little bit deteriorated.
Worse for the wear. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not that my armor class is really wonderful with them, but it's slightly better. So I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. You see Tressa head. She stops here for a moment, looks at some of the paperwork, and then heads off in directions, looking like she's picking up a couple of books for you.
Okay. Should I be following you or?
It's up to you. She's gone.
I follow her.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can make heads or tails of how the library is organized, based on what she's getting and what I'm seeing.
Cool. You see, Car, give me a. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to say it is a religion check. It's a cultural sort of thing, but I'm going to say you have disadvantage on it.
Okay. Okay, 15.
15. Okay, cool. You notice that there are some books, and I'll say for the sake of simplicity, you let her pick those up. But there's some of the books that you see that are weirdly sort of like not connected to what you're looking for. But with a 15, you're able to see how she's connected that. It seemed in a very like inhuman sort of way made that connection. For example, one of the books is a book that is called On the Decorative Use of Sigils in Luxury Transit Environments.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Could this be useful? It's very unlikely. But the connection there on that of saying like, okay, well, sigils like teleportation circle would be things of sigils. Luxury transit environments doesn't really make sense for what you're looking for at all. But this is a luxury resort.
Yeah. Maybe there's a teleport. Actually, while she's looking, if I walk by Quorum,
Quarren stayed outside. It looks like Tressa was the one that really seems to know this archive.
Then while Tressa's walking and following her, is there a teleport circle in this habitation somewhere?
You see her. You see her give a long look at you. Kind of tilt her head to the side a little bit. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm having trouble understanding the question. Maybe these books will help. And Car, you get the feeling that she's avoiding that question.
Interesting. Okay. I sense, as before, no soul with her.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that has not changed.
So she's kind of like the other. I'm placing her with the other creatures as metallic undead. So okay.
But it is strange. I mean, she looks very human.
Yeah. No, I'm not attacking her if she's not being mean to me. So I'm like, all right, well, I've dealt with more interesting things or strange things too. I talked to an island once, so why not?
she as she is kind of moving away from you, you see her pick up a book that says Residual Echoes in Towels, Robes, and Personal Effects.
Sure. I let her walk. I'm still like trying to, like, is there, if I move to take a book and I don't actually want to take it, but I'm just like, I'll put my finger on it, like pull it over, like I'm looking at its title while she's doing something. Does she make a move to stop me? In these steps?
She absolutely does not. You have your hand on a book that says Ledger of Soap, Salts, and Conductive Oils.
Wonderful. I am gonna let her continue, and I follow her. But if I see anything about local folklore or ghost stories,
Okay.
If I see anything on local folklore or ghost stories, I'm gonna grab that book too. Because that's Car's bread.
Yeah, I would say, Lars, this is also an opportunity for you as well. If you wanted to
yeah.
kind of look through.
Please.
What would you be looking for?
I would look for anything that is explosives, combustibles, and high burn rate materials.
Okay.
Can I add one thing to her list for me?
Yes.
Swordsmithing. I don't know if Kobamo can read it, but if I can read it and memorize it, maybe I can help him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say, so if you guys are trying to do your own research here, I'm going to have both of you guys go give me investigation checks.
Sure.
That's 18.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay. Okay. Lars, with an 18. Roll me 2d10 and tell me what each 2 separate d10s and tell me what the numbers were you got. So don't add them together.
A 10 and a 3.
Okay. Beautiful. The first thing that you do find is a book that says Fuse, Flash, and Fault. And it looks exciting because flash and fuse, those are things that absolutely are involved in making some sort of explosive materials. But as you open it up, you realize that it is a safety manual focusing on what goes wrong, misfires, delayed ignitions, and chain reactions.
Oh, I need this.
Cool. And then with a 10, this might be useful for you. Combustive reactions of desert resins and oils. And I'll say in your moment of sort of looking through it, you see there's an entire section about Ignite.
Give me a second. Hold on. And I just I start grabbing books.
Okay. So you have those 2 books. I'll message them to you now so that you can.
Oh, thank God they've got pictures in them too.
Fuse, Flash, and Fault definitely has pictures. Combustive reactions of desert resin and oils absolutely does not have pictures. I'm going to hard no that one.
I feel like this.
But the safety manual absolutely has examples.
Oh Why does
Car's
the
like,
safety
yeah, I
manual
need
seem
pictures.
like therapy too? Looks like anger management.
All right, Car. With a 16, roll me. Yeah, you asked for two things, so I'm going to say go ahead and roll me a d10 for the folklore.
Okay. The D10 for the folklore is a 5.
Fine. Oh, this is good. So you find a book that has just a very interesting sort of like label to it, Car, for you being from your your Eric Cochran everything about you. As you look at as you find a book that is in that is also in a like shining sort of brass binding to it that says "When the Sky Turned Brass."
Ooh. Cool. All right.
And I'll give you this just because it'll be kind of better to understand. Looking like kind of like breezing through it briefly, you see it is accounts of strange atmospheric events interpreted as omens of industrial expansion and divine displeasure.
Interesting. All right. Looking forward to reading that. A lot.
Yeah, that was a good one. And now roll me a d10 for the swordsmithing. The blacksmithing.
3.
Okay. There you are. Oops. Okay. Okay. 3. So the only thing you find on for the swordsmithing stuff is a book that's called On Fuller Spine and Balance, and is a technical breakdown of blade anatomy and how it affects performance. So for someone like Kaelinor, it'd be incredibly useful. But you're not entirely sure it's exactly what you're looking for.
No, but I'll take it anyway because I had a thought. So I'll just take it along with the other book she's bringing. Do we ever walk by the research section?
You absolutely do, yeah. So at this point, at a certain point, you actually see Tressa, and this kind of continues to sort of instill this idea of like Tressa just not really seeming to have the same sort of seeming closer in connection to the to these scarabs that you had dealt with than the organic sense of what a human is. As you see, Tressa seems to kind of stare at that door for a moment.
Can we go in there?
She doesn't respond.
I'll look through the hole again.
I do want to try to find another book before we
Hold on
leave
one
the
second,
library.
Lars.
Yeah.
So as you see that she's kind of just standing there, just staring for a second, and then she turns and moves on, as if she didn't hear you at all.
Does the hole go all the way through the door that I can see through? Like, can I see through into the room?
It's crazy small, but yeah.
Perfect. That's all I need.
You're talking about the hole that the. Oh no, they didn't get all the way through. That's right.
I have no idea. You just
I
said
would
there was a hole.
Honestly, actually, it would probably be easier to say that they didn't get all the way through, but you can see it. There's a tiny sort of hole basically where the scarabs are trying to get into. So this is not because I think that it would be kind of weird. The door has a hole to it. Now that I think of it, so yes, I think that's where that hole is. So which is not near the door. It's
But
just at the wall.
And does it go through the room? Can I see into the room?
Like this, yes.
That would be enough to get a mage hand through, because it's less than 60 feet, and I can start feeling around for latches. But right now, I'll follow Tressa. I'm just trying to think of how I can get in there. So
You got it. Cool. So yeah, so she collects a couple books for you, and all. She. Oh, is this okay? Carl, roll me a d20 to see if this is accidentally placed in the wrong section, because this would be interesting.
okay. Oh no, I don't know if that's good or bad. Nat 1. Woo.
Then it absolutely isn't. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's where
I was
it's
like, maybe the Nat 1 was mean because it was misplaced because of Nat 1.
Yeah.
So-
No.
Okay.
No, you'd want this.
I want the other way. Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Uh,
One more thing for bingo.
you get trying to think why this would. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. She gives you an extremely large, and I mean big book. She kind of hands that to you as the title of it says The Clockwork Atlas of Abravar. It is it feels heavier than a book should be.
Right.
And actually, as you kind of look on the side of it, she also, I would say, also she picked it up no problem from the table it was on, handed it to you, and Carl, you're like, whoo! As it is very, very heavy.
Okay. Awesome.
And then she gives you one more. Okay. She gives you another book that is not nearly as heavy, but is rather thick. That is called Brass Transit Theory: Phase Displacement Engines.
I like that idea. That sounds possible.
It is. It seems like it's one of those things that I think may be helpful, but is broad.
Right.
So yeah.
As I'm doing this, I will just comment and talk to Nala under my breath a little bit, just saying, "You would love this place. I wish you were here." Just still, I'm talking to her basically, like I said, whether I say it or not, every night I'm talking to Nala. But right now, it's not nighttime. I'm not going to bed. I'm just on the off chance someone's listening. Varix did promise, so I'm just saying, saying her name because her name will not give any secrets away. So
you got it. Lars, you were looking for a book. What were you looking for?
Yeah, I was looking for recreation of substances, being able to recreate something, break something down, learn what components make it to remake it.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. All right. Give me roll me an investigation check. And I'm asked to say do so with disadvantage.
All right. 9.
Okay. You do not. You don't find anything. By yourself.
Car, Miss, could you guys, I'm
Yes.
stuck on this, Is there a book on how to recreate like substances, materials, stuff like if I wanted to recreate a rock or ignite, stuff like that?
Are you looking for books considering the understanding of conjuration or alchemy?
It would probably be alchemy because I'm not very magical.
Very good. Carr, was there anything else I could help assist you with as I will collect these materials for... I'm so sorry, did I get your name?
It is Lars Lancaster.
For Mr. Lancaster.
I think you've given me enough to look at. I'm curious about those doors back there, but we can talk about those later. If I do get beyond those doors on my own power, then you would help me look through them?
Oh, you're talking about the restricted section?
Yes.
No, technically speaking, I'm allowed to know what is in there, but I am not allowed to go in.
Oh, can you tell me what's in there? If I don't
Yes.
go in myself. Oh, great. What's in there?
She starts rattling off books seemingly alphabetically. And it's a lot.
Okay, stop. Would there be anything in there that would help with teleportation circles both in and out of Abravar?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And you can't go in.
Correct.
Can you open the door?
No.
So
Can Quorum?
You see a momentary pause. No.
But if I go in, I can look around and there will be no problem.
We are not really designated to be keeping people out by force. Though I would kindly ask that you don't.
Would it take the two of you to open the door as a combined lock switch?
No, as previously stated, neither of us are able to open that door.
Is there? I'm just curious, since both Lars and I and Kobama, since the three of us together, effectively saved this entire library. Is there a reason why you would request we don't look in the area that we saved? Because had the fire spread, this would all be destroyed.
Yes, of course. I understand your concern and your frustration, and I apologize for that. We abide by certain instructions here at Whitewater Sanctuary that we take very careful and specific understanding of.
What would be how do you say it?
Would you like me to collect those books for you and wait for you to be able to come back and then maybe create a proper structural sentence?
Is there a command override or key?
I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty following.
I have a. Oh, go ahead, Lars. I'm sorry, I had a similar
is there,
question.
A source code to
Lars is cocking his head.
and
He doesn't get it either.
reprogram.
I apologize. I have very little understanding of. Is this a book that you're looking for?
Interesting.
Okay, I have a question. Who would I need to be, or who would need to tell you to allow me access to that restricted area without causing problems?
Oh yeah, command code. Yeah.
Yes, you would need to be Halise. Sorry, she wouldn't say Halise. You need to be. You need to have be the architect or have specific authorization from the architect.
Would any of the architects' compatriots be? Would they suffice, or was it simply the architect?
As long as I have been at Whitewater Sanctuary, there's only been maybe 2 or 3, no, 3 other figures that have been given access to the restricted section specifically. And it seemed like they were there to drop things off.
If I were to perhaps recount knowledge from a faraway land and include that within the restricted section.
Oh, you'd like to add to our library?
I think it would need to be in the restricted section, actually, because it's something that's very not known of here, and Lord knows who might get the information. There are far-off isles that I have maps of.
That would definitely be something that I would consider taking up with the architect, who unfortunately has stepped out.
Would we be granted access if more of these intruders were in the restricted area to prevent them from destroying?
In my very quick observations moving through, it looked like that's exactly where they were heading.
So would we be granted access to go in and exterminate if there were any inside?
I believe from the proper authority figures, I would have full faith that you'd be able to handle those difficulties.
So then you would allow us to go in and check for any of these intruders you believe we would be able to?
No, unfortunately, I don't have authorization for that.
Where
if you would all like to wait till Halise returns, we could absolutely facilitate that for you.
And how long has Heloise been gone? The architect, how long has she been gone?
Approximately 19 days.
All right. And how old was she when you last saw her?
When given understandings of information that was pertinent for my work, that section, I believe, specifically was given A Lady Never Tells.
I see. How long would she need to be not here before you considered her to be deceased? And were she to be deceased, would there be a new caretaker that would be elected or chosen? And how would that happen?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to say that, Car, you did find a very, very little, tiny, weird back room thing to the system. As you hear Tressa take a moment. Approximately 1,378 years.
So if she were gone for 1,378 years, then you would choose a new person.
No, I would be most likely unable to facilitate anyone at that time, and there would have to be someone else that would be taking my place.
So even if she's deceased, there's nothing to do about that. The room remains locked until for another 1,378 years. Am I understanding what she's saying?
That would be a question that would be above my pay grade, as they say.
But since the architect is not here, who could answer that question in their absence?
The architect.
But in the architect's absence, who could answer the question?
I understand. Unfortunately, Whitewater Sanctuary is currently closed at this point, so the access that you've been given so far has been, how do we say, a rare occasion.
Something to add to the ledgers, no?
Absolutely.
Perhaps we could add those to the restricted area. I'm not thinking that's going to go anywhere. Car's just getting frustrated, so he says it. And he's like, "Well, you've provided us with a great deal of books, and can we read them here?"
Absolutely. Please feel free to take as much time as you like. As for some, for a reason that I believe is once again above my pay grade, you are given access to this library. So, please feel free to stay for as long as you like. Or, I guess to be very specific, 1,378 years.
Hopefully not quite that long. Do you our transcription services available through you?
Absolutely. Is there a specific language you would like?
I am interested in getting I need to find it in Discord. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Well, I'll just tell you I'm interested in getting the book that is Folktales When the Sky Turned Brass.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to get that transcribed into Eric Cochran.
Okay, interesting. Cool. Nice.
If she doesn't mind, I will read it, but that's one that I would love to take with me, as it's a folktale place, and just share that with somebody later. However, I'm gonna, unless Lars has something else, I would like to do some research to see if these books will serve my purpose. Lars, if not, I have enough spell capability to dimension door into that room and back out of it. I would rather not do that, but I do have the capability of the spell slots. I just don't know what's waiting for me on the other side. So
yeah. I think you guys have kind of done enough work that I'll kind of give you this. It does seem like the information that you've been given is both Tressa and Corin cannot let you in there. They do not have access in there, which means also that if you were to be able to get in there, they would not have any way to be able to get you out of there, because they cannot go into that room. Yes.
I'm also wondering, Lars, this is hopefully when Corum and Tress are busy transcribing and not really within earshot, and I'm also going to try to speak quietly, that if there's a button and I point to the door that let us into the library on the other side that open the doors for Kobamu, if there's one in a similar position on the inside of the restricted room, I can manipulate that without having to go in and open the doors from the inside for us.
You got it.
So I'm just like, if this doesn't work for us, I can try other options. I just don't necessarily want to break their rules, but if it means getting back to the Wreckless, then the rules are going to be broken. Car's making his own rules. I'm also interested and I know you're going to go to somebody else probably, I just feel it. I'm also interested in trying to contact the spirit of the person who was in love with Eloise and see what he knows about the architect, to see if either I know where she is or how I can help get around these two using knowledge about the architect. So those are my 4 ways. Way number 1, use these books, get what I want. Way number 2, use the spirits to find out about Helloways. Way number 3, use my mage hand to press the button to open the door. Way number 4, use dimension door to get in there and get back out. Those are my 4 avenues.
Yeah, I know for sure Lars is gonna ask Carr if he can talk to spirits, if he can talk to any spirits that know about this place, that are high up enough to find a code, a phrase, a saying. We can speak to these two to shut them down.
Well, I've only really met, this is weird, so where I'm from, there's spirits everywhere. I mean, I'm always surrounded. There's always someone to talk to. Here, I've literally met 3. One was really freaked out that I saw him. One tried to kill me and did kill somebody else. And then the one I saw here was, he was helpful. I think he might still be around. They're very hard to contact on this continent. I don't know why.
The one from here.
Yeah.
If he knows anything about access code.
Well, he gave me the access code to get this far. And he knows who Heloise is. I was supposed to look for her, but she's not here. If I can
Maybe
find him,
he-
and I'll tell him that she's not here, but I don't know where she went.
Oh, okay. You're saying Helise.
Helise. I'm sorry. Yes, I was saying Helise. Helise. Sorry.
Maybe
I immediately went to my like, okay, not supposed to know this name.
Who the
Jill
heck
doesn't
is
know his
Helise? Sorry, Helise. Sorry.
maybe he knows a phrase code.
Maybe.
Something
He already
to-
gave me one. I mean, he might know something, but I don't know. So definitely, we got this far with these books. Let's see if they'll help us. I don't.
because they are also the metal zombies.
I know, but they're very helpful. These undead in Abravar are very unusual.
So if our issue is worrying about them, if he knows a phrase to deactivate or, as you would say, put to sleep with magic through a verbal spell, if he knows that, we could do that and work our way around getting that door open.
Well, there's a really
Without
big
the issues of
questions here.
worrying
So
about
so
them.
again, I'm going to clarify just for the sake of time on this. You guys do understand that they cannot enter that room.
Right. Yeah. So if we
Yeah.
go in, we should be okay.
Yeah.
No, it's more of the exiting is the issue. Because if they know we went in, when we exit, they'll want to attack. Possibly.
They've also specifically said that they cannot issue by force,
Yeah.
keeping you away from anything.
And also, I will say it's different.
Which Lars, you would even understand. You'd like is one of the 3 rules of robotics.
And it's different because like the undead that attacked us, they were physically dangerous. These two, they're like the spirits I talked to. Why would I hurt them?
Yeah. Lars, you also recognize too that like those rules of robotics can be bent, but the idea of of harm is something that's something that is broken. So in terms of these beetles, maybe it's kind of considered to be a bent rule because of what they would be focusing on to access in you. But it is a pretty that's a pretty high. You've never seen automaton or brassborn ever harm a figure ever. But on top of this, Lars, you also have never seen a brassborn that looks like Corin or Tressa. You've never seen one that seemingly just looks human. They all very clearly are brassborn.
Metal
I
zombies.
just,
But I can't stress this enough. Lars would be freaked the fuck out that these are actually brassborns.
I just don't trust. They are not like I've seen before.
Well, they're not like I've seen before either. But if spirits are good to me, why would I harm them? It's just a different mode of being.
Things can change depending on situation dramatically.
Of course.
So
But, I mean, these are nice. I'm not going to try and shut them down. They've been very helpful. Let's look at these books. If it doesn't have, we'll try another method. But let's try the books first.
okay.
They're just following directions, as annoying as that is.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to say for the sake of
let's-
time, because I want to pause you guys here and get to the other groups here. But I'm going to say you guys can do the research. That would be something that would just be pretty much specific checks to kind of get. I'm going to say that you guys are in the process of doing that. But Carr, if there's something you want to do to be able to access that room, now would be the time.
Oh, okay. So I was waiting. I thought you would want me to do it. So, okay, then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go back there. If I walk around the library, are they following me?
No.
Okay, so I go back to the area, and I get a mage hand back there.
Yeah, I'd say at this process, it looks like they're probably cleaning. Like, I mean, especially this room that you sent the gust of wind on, they're trying to kind of clean it.
Yeah, it's probably a mess. So my first thing is I'm gonna get a mage hand inside of it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Actually, back up. the least invasive. I'm gonna do that first. Can I get the spirit of that commander,
Excuse me.
that sergeant, to see if he knows anything, any code, knows where Heloise is, anything that could get us through the door legally?
You got it, Halise. For Lorify's sake,
sorry.
Halise.
Halise. The name
Okay.
Heloise in Lorify should be Halise from here on out. Hopefully it reads that. I'm sorry, Lorify. I have anchored the gods.
All good. Yeah. Give me a religion check. You have noticed that like things have been weird coming down here, where your connection seems to have been like disconnected, fizzling out somewhat. So.
26.
26. Okay, cool. It is. You still notice that effect. Like it's still like there's like moments where you're hearing kind of like words kind of coming in and out. You also notice that he doesn't seem to notice that he's not being heard.
Okay.
So I'll say like you come into this and wonder if those creatures are sent from Vracia.
Okay. So, do you know where Helis is?
No, I have my suspicions, but
Can you share those with me? Because they won't let us get back into the restricted area of the library, and we need to get there. They want Halis's permission.
well, Halise broke the law, so my guess is that she is most likely under observation somewhere in the Solar Dominion in Vracia.
Oh, the Solar Dominion is who sent the beasts. The zombie,
The
metal zombies.
Raptors.
Was that what they're called?
Oh.
Sure. Okay. That's who sent them.
No. For the sake of simplicity, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You said the metal things, and yeah. How do you know that?
They had boxes, and that's what Quorum. Isn't that what Quorum and Tressa said? Because I know the Solar Dominion from something. Someone said it. I think it was Tressa and Quorum.
Yeah, it was dropped off by the Raptors.
Okay. So yeah, apparently the some group called the Raptors dropped off boxes with little metallic zombies that looked like bugs and larger creatures with flamethrowers, and they were blocking off the library, but we destroyed them.
So they're trying.
Not the library, the metallic zombies. They were looking for something. They were eating metal.
Car. For what it's worth, I don't know I don't know how long or how closely connected you are, but you are certainly closer than I will most likely ever be again. If you do find out what they were looking for in there, could you do me a favor and send a message to someone, assuming they're still alive?
I can try, but I don't really know anyone here. Who am I sending a message to? Sir? Who am I sending a message to?
I'm going to say for the sake of what I just rolled, you don't hear from him now.
Okay. So, based on that, I'll go back and use my mage hand, and I'm going to search the walls, like just try and navigate through, guess where the wall is, and look for a button that works the same way as the one I pressed to open the door to find Kobamu.
Okay.
I'll search all around the door frame.
All right. Okay. I'm going to say first, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Excuse me, 18.
18. Good start. Cool. And now, from here, I'm going to say, go ahead and give me an. I'll say it's either Arcana or Investigation.
They're the same, I think. Oh no, investigation's a little bit better. Okay, I guess I'll use that. Oh. A dirty 20.
Okay. You're feeling around the mage hand itself, having somewhat more of a disconnection to the idea of like the sense of touch and temperature and things like that. But one thing you do feel is that same sort of slight curvature of a convex surface that feels circular.
Okay.
Feels very similar.
Was for this one, did I press it? Did I rub it? How did I open it on this side? When I got to I press it. I have the mage hand push it. Well, I mean, it's my spirits. I asked my spirits to push it.
You got it. Yeah. So pushes, and you hear a lock come open. The door doesn't open.
Okay. I'll send a message to Lars, so I'm not leaving the area. Hey Lars, can you come meet me over the restricted door?
Okay.
Can I message?
Lars, you
can I
go over
talk back to him?
It's just, I think, does message allow two-way communication? I forget.
Just go to him. What are
Yeah. I'm across the room, man.
I'm worried about leaving Kobamu alone with two animatrons in a library.
You leave him alone, and he cuts the heads off them and puts them on both of his shoulders, and now he's a three-headed bear.
All right, I just
Was that a problem? I don't understand.
You called for me, Car?
You know, I thanks for coming. I think I unlocked it, but it didn't open, and I'm not very strong. I was wondering if you could maybe try to open the doors.
Yeah.
Don't force it too much, but it seems unlocked. I heard a lock unlock.
Let me see. I have a crowbar that.
Well, how about just your hands? I don't want to break anything.
We do it gently. I can't get my fingers into the grooves to.
Okay. As he's doing that, I'm gonna have my spirits look for other latches or anything else around the sides that they might be able to flip or flick. Or if there's a door if there's a handle on the inside, in the middle of the door, or anything.
As soon as you do, you hear another sound when that hand releases from that button.
What's the sound I hear?
Roll me investigation check.
I wouldn't be able to hear this through the door.
22.
Doesn't matter. Car gets it. Almost sounds like the same thing that just happened in reverse.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Then I'll have it hold that. And while it's holding it, I just try to open the door. Like, is there a handle or anything? Push or pull?
There's no handle even.
Okay. Well, then I'll let Lars do his thing and see if that works.
All right. I'm gonna try to open it. Is there anything like what you feel on the other side that looks like how it feel here?
I'll let it go and. What do you mean?
Oh, a pad, like the door. into
There was
the
like
library.
a keypad I found, but I found the same locking mechanism that was on the inside of this door. If I hold it, it unlocks. If I let it go, it relocks.
Okay.
So right now,
hold
my spirits are holding it in.
I'm gonna look and see if there's another pad on our side that we have to press.
Oh,
Or if there's anything.
Lars, do you say that out loud?
I whisper it to him because I'm not gonna say it out loud to those constructs.
Okay. They're nowhere near you.
I know he doesn't.
You keep making up scenarios in your head. I don't know where you're coming from. They're nowhere near you.
So, yeah.
But maybe they're always listening, so you whisper.
I'm gonna find there might be 2 of those. One
Okay,
inside,
I
one
cannot
outside.
hear you, Drew. If you could just say it.
Yeah, I can't hear you either, man.
He's just gonna say there's one inside and one outside to touch. So that's what he's looking for, is that outside one.
Do I see one outside to touch?
You neither of you see an outside one to touch, but Car, that does give you an idea.
Can you tell me what the idea is?
Sure. An incredibly important room like this, maybe there's 2 buttons inside.
It's the nuclear key.
So
Can
that-
turn both.
Exactly.
That's why I was looking for another one, but I can only touch one at once. Okay.
Mhm.
And
I'm going to say with that, giving you some time to think about that,
Yeah.
we're going to move to another person.
Okay.
And for the sake of ease, I'm going to move to Riaris and Kaelan.
Sorry that took so much time, everybody.
Do not apologize.
Another thing
You're
I'll
in
never
mute.
forgive you for, Jack. That's 2.
I was enjoying my telenovela.
More self-flagellation, Riaris. This I swear.
Perfect.
Clinton's not in the frame.
We've lost Clinton. Oh no.
Ah,
You guys haven't killed him off yet. He's still here.
Now Rob's not in the frame.
ah.
Oh, his picture.
Wreckless killing
He's still
our
not
party
in the
members
frame.
Still not. Yeah.
one person at a time.
Well, that's not my fault. That's Rob's fault. All right. Okay. We come back to a scene with our armored friends sitting at a campfire with a strange, old, seemingly wise looking dwarf looking at pages of this the pages of a book that I would say Kaelanor is watching very closely in his hands. With what seems to be a lot of we'll say is a lot of words. Gosh, with a lot of effort, closes the book. Hands the book over to you very slowly, Kaelanor.
I'll take the book.
It's yours. It's the journal.
Yeah. For a minute, I forgot what book I gave him.
Thank you for that. Well, as promised, in exchange. Let me tell you, this story starts out as a love story. And unfortunately ends with the desecration of an entire people. Most folk speak of it like it's just a mountain. Said once, at one time, it was just that. Stone, some snow. But underneath was once a kingdom. Nagdaru. Not a common dwarven hold, no. Proud one. Rich halls. Deep roads, hearths that never went cold. Songs written in stone. Sort of place dwarves build when they mean to tell the world, we were here. And we will be here after your dust. It was ruled by a king, Moradin. Hard king, by all tellings, but not a cruel one. He kept order. Kept the forges lit, kept the clans from tearing each other apart over pride and ore and old grudges. Under him, Nagdaru flourished. Gold came up from the bones of the world. Jewelers, masons, miners, rune carvers, smiths. The best of them worked these halls. And where dwarves prosper, they grow certain. And when they grow certain, well, sometimes they grow blind. There are different tellings of what came next. It's how you know how bad of a story it is. For people cannot bear the truth plain. It becomes wrapped up in 10 versions and passed down, each one half broken. Some say the king's court delved too greedily, found a thing in the dark that should have stayed buried. Some say it weren't greed at all, but desperation, some sickness in the stone, fear of famine. Some need that make good folk do foolish things. Many whispered of experiments, of learned dwarves in hidden chambers, of work done in deep places where even some torchlight felt unwelcome. Whatever the truth, something changed inside Nagdaru. The mountain soured. Gold itself seemed cursed. There was a group of figures that found the difficult and distant halls of Nagdarul etched deep within its walls this connection to a poison, but not of the body, of the mind. Some say of the heart. Rumors started to grow in Nagdarul of this strange and horrible thing that was growing. And it left questions. What to do? Do we dig deep, vanquish this evil, find what it wants, snuff it out? Do we leave, seek refuge elsewhere, start again? There was one among them. Some say he dreamed of a world outside of the darkened granite walls, that he used this as an excuse to be able to bring himself to new lands. I don't believe that to be so. I believe he thought this a sign that the dwarven nations should no longer be resting in a place that is away from the known world. It was time to rise. And so, he ventured forth, a small group of clansmen, moving up and out into the surface, where those merchants were met. And what did he find? Sunshine. Rich plant life, grass, animal, food, creatures that were able to grow larger, have more meat on their bones, and therefore were much more of a succulent meal for those that were used to the darkened creatures of the mountain. He came back and tried to speak with the elders, indeed even with King Morden himself, on the idea of bringing this entire dwarven nation to the surface. What a horribly rebellious idea for a dwarf. A dwarf that thirsts for the surface world. It was not taken well. Along that same time, there was others that were focused specifically on the alchemy, the magic, and the design around what this thing could be cultivated for, whatever it was. Some say it was a liquid. Others say it was some sort of root substance. But it was examined. Deeply researched by this other group. It's led by a woman. Mokona Blackstone. Legend has it she was a genius. Smart as she was beautiful. So, kind of takes a step back a little bit. You see him pull out a pipe and start lighting it up. Where do you think this story goes from here? A man thirsting for the surface world, and a woman dedicated to understanding what lies beneath.
Logically, they would be at each other's throats, but you said this was a love story. So I can only assume they meet, fall in love, and help each other with their experiments. Hers for understanding whatever it is, and him for his thirst of the surface.
The young woman is half right. As I said, this is a love story, and given the thirst and desires from these two very different figures, opposites attract and all that. They fell madly, deeply in love. And therein lied the problem. Rod Marai and his people eventually decided to defect, reach to the surface for themselves, and allow themselves to exist as their own kingdom, but in hopes to have a lasting connection, relationship, friendship with the people of Nagdarul. Krad Marai was trying to save the history of his people, because it was at this point the roots grew in. The liquid spread. Stories of figures that started craving for what We're not sure. Some say it was desires itself, whatever their lingering hopes and dreams became something that fell into obsession. And then deep, dark depression when those things were unable to be met. There were deaths. Few at first, but all given the same cause. All tumbling to their deaths into the center of Nagdarul. A drop which, for those who are unfamiliar with Dwarven kind, typically is anywhere between 300 to 1,000 feet deep into the mountain. Few grew into tens. King Moradin became more nervous, pressing, pushing. We need a cure. We need a solution. And Makona and her team of researchers spent their days turning into nights without sleep, without eating. At first, assumedly because of the need that was arising, but eventually it became clear. This need to fix their world became a sickening obsession, fueled by the very poison they were trying to cure. And so, what urges, needs do our researchers drive themselves mad on? Fixing the problem, right? That would be on the forefront of everyone's mind. Something that would be driving them more than anything else. Because what else could drive a person more than survival? You see him look at Riaris at this.
I feel his eyes on me and I don't look up. I think I'm listening, staring deeply into the depths of the stew bowl that I have in my hands. I don't look up.
Love. The most lingering of all obsessions. It's the common saying of love conquers all, yes, but that would include survival itself, would it not? Nagdarul continued to suffer. And the story goes that Makona Blackstone spent more of her time trying to research how to be able to spread these roots to lift this curse upward. To connect the figure she so longed to be with. But they were disconnected by what you and I would see as a thin layer of dirt and stone. Might as well have been worlds apart. And this curse, this sickness, drove this need, obliged this obsession, till not only Nagdurul became corrupted and broken and falling apart, now figures are dying in the hundreds, all dipping and falling into their deaths. It became very clear that this was not accidents. People driven mad from their wants. So, story continues that this sickness continued to travel upwards in only the way that it could. It was being helped by one who so desperately wanted to be reconnected with her lover. Raven's Rock. The kingdom that existed above the surface, that was to rule in compliance with its sister kingdom. Became swallowed up by the wants, the obsession. Missing the lover. Story ends with the death of Krogmarai as he is buried in a grave inside of this quickly growing ghost town. With a placard left as Krogmarai, you were the best of us. Because he had the right idea. He is considered to be the only one that was focused more on saving his people and sacrificing time spent with his love. His lover said no. And now his body lies underneath the surface he so longed to live for. Closer. Than one could ever hope to be to their lover's lot. Oh!
Well, it was a pretty good ghost story, among other things.
Most ghost stories have at least a hint of truth to them. Unfortunately, this is one that carries the whole thing. But maybe a tale that is best washed down with an evening nightcap. May I offer you something to end the evening with? Some mulled wine, perhaps.
Please, that would be most gracious of you.
Sure. Well, off I go.
Well, that was a pick-me-up story.
Yeah. It was interesting.
I don't know that I get it. You know, they say he was the best of us, but he also left them, even if he thought he was doing the right thing.
Sometimes doing your duty means more than staying, right? Sometimes you have to leave to do what's good for your community.
Well, it didn't seem like it worked out too well for him. I want to believe that to be true, but the best thing is to leave them. Seems hard to wrap my head around. But yeah. Yeah.
But his people weren't great. They belittled and scorned him when he thirsted for the surface. Why should he stay? Would you stay? If you were told you were wrong or didn't fit in.
I'd like to say yeah. That was always my expectation, was to stay. I never. In his shoes, I don't know. I think it's more of, I don't know, accepting that they wouldn't come. I would have a hard time with that, of just saying, okay, goodbye. Even with the best of intentions, how could you ever have those two cities ever coexist? It's possible. And maybe that's the point.
Maybe.
But
you can't force people to go with you. Even the most stubborn mountain won't bend no matter how hard the wind blows.
I've heard that before. That's you're right. You said you didn't like mountains. You said you don't like mountains.
I don't like mountains. Are you really gonna? They're fun. It's an expression. Imagine convincing Zed to do anything. Similarly, right? To asking Zed to be like, hey, can you go like scout ahead and come back and report to me? You think Zed's gonna go do that without getting into some sort of mischief or adventure? Not to drag Zed under a boat, but he would, and that's what makes him him. And you can't change him. Like we just can't change Ogra, who spills information so freely to strangers because she's so trusting. Like how we can't change Ka and his thing with spirits. Even though sometimes it's spooky, he's great. And we love him. still.
But at the same time, haven't we all changed? I mean, none of us would. I mean, look at the two of us. Would any of us ever be in a group with random people doing the things we've done? We all had to change to make it work. And while, sure, they might be the same people, don't you think even a nudge in a different direction is possible? I think to answer your question, I wouldn't have left. If I knew they wouldn't come, and I couldn't save them that way, then I would have stayed. And I think that I don't know that that's the right decision.
I don't think there is a right or wrong decision when it comes to your life, Riaris. It is yours to live. Yours to make mistakes, yours to choose. Only you can have that path. And if you say you wouldn't leave and you'd stay, then you have a noble heart.
You say that like it's easy, and I believe you. It's just not easy. It's, from my earliest memories, I was told who I was going to be. I was told who I was going to marry. I was told what my purpose was so that we could survive. I mean, free choice isn't like a thing, it's not, it's just not that easy to change from that, right? So why didn't the dwarves want to go up to the surface even if everything was better? Because they knew what they had and they could figure it out because that was home, and it would make sense. And maybe in some ways it's better to go down with the ship than to find an island to maroon on, right? I don't know if that's a saying, but it feels like it could be. I don't know.
I thought you didn't like boats or ships or the sea.
Well, I guess both of us like the others more than we're willing to admit. Maybe that's the truth.
Maybe. Comfortability is fine and it's secure, but the tides don't stay the same. They change. With each wave, there's a new one. It makes life exciting. If you don't cast your own sail, you'll never know where you'll end up. It's scary and terrifying, and every day you wish you can go back. But if you have decent people around you, they make the risk of leaving worth it. Maybe that's what he didn't have. Maybe he thought his lover would go with him, that she too would take the risk. It's scary being the first to leave. Having your choices laid out for you from the day you're born also sounds exhausting. You were engaged?
A manner of speaking, yeah. We're a small population. You don't really get a lot of outsiders, so you have to kind of manage who you have children with, right? So, I guess I'll just pause and wait of this interesting conversation. Okay, great. Maybe he's back. I don't know.
This break is sponsored
Continue.
to you.
Okay. So yeah, I was, they match. I was the second son, so I wasn't going to take over my father's business. So um, there was an elder daughter, so I would marry her and do that. So that was the plan until the plan changed. Um, and from afar, she got married to somebody else, and I watched what would have been my life go by, and that's okay. Um, that was a change of plans. So um, I don't know. I never had the thought of not having decisions made for me my whole life. So I think sometimes that's why I don't always make the right decision in the moment, because I'm not really actually very experienced in that sometimes.
Well,
But
you're gaining it,
sure,
with the
yeah.
crew at least. And you're technically de facto captain when Zed is not on board, so you'd have to get used to making decisions quite quickly. So you were a second son marrying a second daughter, I assume. What do you mean the engagement didn't go through? She just got unengaged to you? What could have happened? You watched her get married. You were still there. Did it?
Well, I was, but I wasn't. I guess is the way you say it. The order I'm in, we've existed for a long time since our people went to the mountain. We since we fled our own homeland, and barely survived thanks to one of my ancestors. And we've been there ever since for a long time. And the order I'm in has kind of kept watch to make sure nobody comes. Nobody leaves, but nobody comes and bothers us and finds us. And for our people, that kind of means no longer being part of the village anymore. We you don't really know if it's going to happen. It's not random, but we get chosen. And for our people, you believe that it's kind of the cost you pay to the spirits to protect us. I never knew my uncle, my mother's brother. He was gone. I met him. He wasn't dead. And that's what people would think about me, that I'm not dead, but I didn't live in the village anymore. I would watch from afar. I was a watcher. I was a guard, for lack of a better term. My job was to not be seen by anybody, including my own people. So it happened overnight, and that's what it is. And so I got to watch a lot of things happen to my people, but not experience them. So just yeah. So the village we're used to it, so we move on. It happens, and yeah.
That sounds awfully isolating.
But
But what?
it was my duty. It's what I was chosen, selected to do. It's what I was expected to do.
Even if it's something you're expected to do, you shouldn't have that burden forced upon you.
Maybe, but is it also not an honor to do it? If the village needs food and they say you need to be a farmer, isn't it an honor to provide food for the village? If the village says you need to be protect us, is it not an honor? To come from a long line of great warriors of my people.
Yes, but not at the sake of yourself. If the world was to end tomorrow, do you think your village would be safe? That your job guarding it, that you could protect it. Bear in mind, this is the entire world being devoured and swallowed. You think a giant sea serpent would pause just because you and your village aren't part of the world? Where is the logic?
Well, I guess I would ask where the logic of a sea serpent devouring the world would be, but I know that's a little cheeky. No, you're right. And that's what I've been thinking a lot about, actually. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of things about my life that don't make sense, haven't made sense. A lot of things about what I've learned, what we've learned, everything that we've had our head in the snow for so long, waiting for the world to tell us that it's better and that we can come back to it again. And I mean, nothing about the world is better. What are we waiting? We're waiting for something that'll never happen. It's been so long. I don't know that our people know how to even consider integrating. And I don't know. I want so badly to help, and I want so badly to, I don't know, to tear it all down. We can be more. We can be more. My people can be more than where we are, and I feel so wrong in saying that. That I betray every part of my being when I feel that way. But I also know it's true. So I don't know what that means.
It means that sometimes hard decisions are uncomfortable. Perhaps you need to do just like that dwarf did. Take the first step. And if you take the crew with you, it might be easier. None of us would leave your side, come hell or high water. But you need to take that first step, and we will be right beside you every step of the way.
I mean, I already have. Thank you. Sorry, I should say no. I shouldn't apologize. Thank you for saying that. I don't apologize, but I mean the thing. Like I already have, Kay. I mean, I've already told you more than I should have, and I don't regret it. But yeah, no, I understand. I don't understand. I understand what you're saying, and I wish I could do it more actively.
It's one step at a time. And maybe your second step would be, I don't know, if you ever want to take us all to your home, perhaps we could parlay, and you could explain to them that it's maybe better to rejoin the world. Though I have a feeling you probably have to kill us before you even take us there. Or they would kill us. But you've seen most of us in combat.
Kill you. Yeah. We would. I'd be more afraid of you not being able to leave. Before I left, there was another party of, I don't know, people from the city by where I'm from, south of it. One of my own tribe had gone out on a quest similar to mine, actually, and he was an idiot. He brought him back in. Like, really all should have died. Probably would have been better if they did just die, to be honest. Would have solved a lot of headaches, but they didn't. And it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Who was this?
I don't know. They were like students from the school. There was a couple. I don't. They what?
Did they look familiar? What did they look like? How stupid were they?
As I told you, I didn't really get. They're under the caves under where I live. There are creatures called wyverns. They're pretty intense creatures. We revere them in our own way. One called Mother of the Mountain, and who is kind of almost a spiritual force for us. And they thought that they would just, I don't know, get a little sip of something, a little bit of poison, a little bit of, do some spells with some stuff, and they should have died. But we stopped that from happening because one of our own was with them. And so we brought him back to the village. But, I'm not part of the village, so I wasn't really there for the aftermath. But I watched them leave. I was surprised by that. I didn't think that they would, but hopefully they never went back.
Well, if they could leave, perhaps so could we if we ever go. Also, poison blood. Oh, wizards. Nala. They use stars components, I assume.
There's like a bunch of just. I don't have the words in. I know it's weird to say in this tongue. We have some of our own words to describe them of what we think of the people that live. Eriskar was the city, real bunch of noses up in the air type of people. So if they had died, I wouldn't have lost much sleep over it. We could say that.
That is good to know.
I don't know that it is, but you're right. Maybe you would be able to leave. I wouldn't even know how any of this would happen or where to begin. What I would say to anybody there at the village. It's kind of a thought I haven't tried to think about for a really long time. But anyway.
You tend to be. Go on, Joe.
I was gonna say, you hear the like ting ting of what sounds like glass bottles kind of clinking together. I'm gonna say this, and then of course Joe interrupted. So how much could this be true? But it seemed like there was this moment of Rivera coming into the scene was perfectly in time with a lull in the conversation. We'll put it that way. Right, well, sorry it took me a little bit, but I found some of my best work.
Oh, you make your own?
Well, call it a hobby, but there are many highly arcane and magical and, for the record, extremely dangerous things that exist in that in my wagon, we'll call it. But among those things is, do you know, some work of some minor sort of crafting. This specific is what I call the wise man's cup. And you see that there is a label on the bottle that says "Wise Man's Cup" or "The Wise Man's Cup" on it. Madame, if I may.
Of course. Kill.
Pours you a glass. It is literally glass. both of you. All right. Well, what should we toast to?
Well, I think first and foremost to good company in a strange land.
All right.
That was meant to be a starter. I was waiting for people to, you guys to add on to that.
Jump onto that. I see.
Well, it is. It
I
was
take- I-
presented to you all, so
Okay. No.
you're able to, unless you needed some help, of course.
Yes, you did start the toast. You might as well finish it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. May we all someday.
Unless you needed help.
No,
we
no
can.
help.
I can jump in. I
Let
mean,
me start
you
it,
are the
and then
first
you
mate.
jump in. Okay. Your point's well made.
Thank you.
May someday, some others a long time from now, sit around a fire and speak of our legends as we have it, and tell the stories of what we do in the future.
Here, here.
Here.
Cool.
Cilantro.
Take a sip. It is very, very earthy. As you take a moment in recognizing the place that you're in and the luck or lack thereof that had brought you there. With that, we're going to take our 10-minute break. See y'all in 10.
My bad.
All right. And with that, we are moving to our other friends. who are, deep in some minor doo-doo. Um, as the mountain uh, has uh, has given you a very just a flash, honestly. Actually, as soon as I take this light away, you guys are not going to see of the mother of the mountain. Okay, let me get your stuff back in place here. Okay, cool. So that was Merquant. So Merquant lets out a massive fireball that kind of like lights the area of recognizing whether or not it is the right decision to turn left or to turn right out of here. And you guys find out that immediately, well, you know what's to the right of you, at least for that instant, as a sickening figure is shown in the momentary thing of that fireball, as we see this figure of this full-formed face, still that circular, blind, no eyes, but we see that there are wings on the side, and we can see that that momentary sort of point, Ogre, where you see one of these faces with these circular, sharp, pointed teeth, and another one that is coming up from the tail behind it, both facing in your direction. We come to back to initiative. Fossis, that is you.
So just map question here. It looks like the entrance to the area where Merquant just shot his fireball looks a little bit smaller. Is that still difficult terrain in that area?
Terrain because
it's difficult to move in or out, or is it easy, large enough of a space that the mother there is going to be able to easily get in?
Sorry, you're saying the space to the left? I thought you said the right. You're saying the left?
Yes, where the mother
West.
is currently, that direction. Yeah, east, that I'm looking at the screen. Where the mother is.
Yeah, there's where the mother is there's plenty of room, but that's also where the mother is.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay.
And then the ceiling, is it like a flat ceiling, or are there stalactites and things like that from it?
There are definitely stalactites that are coming down from it, yes.
Awesome.
Flat.
Hey, sir, would like to really he's gonna pull out one of his tools, and as he does, you're gonna see it get surrounded by a nice purple glow as it sucks it all in, shoots it out. I'm gonna cast Shatter, and the ceiling at a point directly above and slightly in front of where the mother is at. Can cause a collapse.
You certainly could.
A controlled collapse. That's what I want to do. That's what
Therein lies the rub.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Shatter on the ceiling above the mother.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's just an area. Yeah. The mother would, if the mother was included. Yeah, it's a con save 16. Just 10. Well, I don't know how high is the ceiling.
Ceiling is about from that area there. You got maybe like no more than like 15. But it is a lot of like sharp stalactites that are coming down from that ceiling. So
awesome. It's a 10-foot sphere, so I would assume the bottom of it still might hit her.
Yeah.
Or I can go just with environmental damage.
So so the goal here is to be able to cast that directly above, to be able to have all of that just fall onto the mother, right?
Yes, and hopefully help Iris escape to the other direction. Because we're not going
Very
that
cool.
way.
Very cool. All right, so I like that a lot. Faustus, give me an Arcana check.
Hey, that's a 17.
Okay, cool. With a 17, I would. Okay, cool. With the 17, I'll say, roll me a d6. 17 is good. I think otherwise it would have been a 2d6.
Hey, it was a 6.
Well,
Yeah.
cool.
Big numbers.
Great.
Dopamine.
Okay, cool. So from this effect, you definitely see it definitely works as you would like. I'm going to say, given the idea that you're sending a massive amount of stalactites that are coming down directly onto this creature, I'm going to make them roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. But in the meantime, if you'd like to roll me 68, please.
That's a lot. Hey, 34.
Okay. $34, nice. Okay, cool. Disadvantage. Probably need to wake this back up to get this to work. Please work. I think we got it now. Yep. Oh, not a good start. That's a 6. That's a nat 1. Beautiful.
That's
okay, cool. Yeah, Mother is not aware of what's going on at all. As I will say also this, you hear this kind of like this horrible, bright screeching sound from this creature, and then it is blackness. It is just darkness. Like you guys don't see the Mother, and then that shot from the from Faustus casting Shatter just falls in from the darkness of this. So this all happens, and all you guys can see is what's directly in front of you, which is not the Mother right now. Cool. So 34 points of damage to the, we'll call that piercing damage to Big Mama. Okay, cool. All right, great. So technically we'll have this be kind of a lair action that happens at the top of the turn because Faustus, you just did this. We'll say that this technically would just for this turn will happen after. Roll me a d20, please.
7.
Cool. Awesome. I need everybody here to give me a dexterity saving throw as the cave seems to be trying to... well, the cave isn't trying to do anything. The cave is having multiple pieces dropping off onto the tops of your heads, possibly.
I got a 19.
17.
12.
Okay. 4, 3, 7. Okay. This is something I will tell you guys straight up. This is something you guys are going to have to be dealing with for the next 6 rounds.
Hey.
Okay, so sorry, Fossis, what'd you get?
17.
Okay, 17's a pass. Horace,
19.
that passes, and Ogre.
12.
Okay, that is a fail. And also go ahead and roll for 2 of your zombies, please.
I really want these things in case Mama starts to follow. One had a nat 20, the other had a 7. Oh wait,
Okay,
let me look at
you
their
got it.
stats. Let me look at their stats real fast. Maybe that 7 can go up a little. Nope. It has -2 to dexterity, but still one with
Yeah,
a nat
that's what I
20.
Cool. All right. The one that is closest, the one that is directly behind you, seems to make the save. The other doesn't. As all of you take 7 points of damage if you failed, and then half of that if you succeed. Also, someone is buzzing like crazy.
I don't hear it.
Robert, I think it was you.
All right, let me restart.
Just check. Yeah, just check your input. Just make sure it's in the right spot. All right, cool. Yeah, as we see these stalactites start to kind of come down.
After, like, she's like trying to use her shield like an umbrella.
There you go.
What way do we go?
Yeah, Fossa, so look at Marquand. I just remembered it's not that way. Everybody turn around. We're going to go the other way. I will take... actually, I can't. I'm blocked in there, right? There's no movement for me, is there?
It's difficult terrain to kind of move around Merquand here.
All right, I'd like to try and start heading to the left, west now.
You got it. You have to head north first, but yes, the goal is to get to...
Yes, so 30 feet. Difficult terrain, so 15.
$30 would get you there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Not where I want to be, but I need to be moving in that direction.
You're
Yep.
standing in front of Horus.
As soon as you get next to Ogre, she's gonna swing the other half of her shield, so you and I are both under the shield.
Appreciate that. And that's my turn.
Cool, you got it. Sarah, do you have the HP for the zombies? You good to handle that?
Yes. Yeah, I do. You said 7, one's dead. One's out there, but the nat 20, what was the save that they saved that I took?
I don't think that's true.
If 22 hit points.
Yeah. Make sure you have the right stat block.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was 1 hit point they had. God. Okay, that's good to know.
Yep.
-7. Okay.
All right, Ogre, it is your turn.
And I can't see Mama anymore, right?
You cannot.
I will go in the direction Faustus said to go.
Okay. You got it. Now, I believe at this point right now, the only source of light is the lantern that... who's holding on to? I thought it was Faustus, so maybe it's not. Okay, Faustus is holding on to. So, Ogre, you are walking out into utter darkness.
Ogre can, lean her staff next to Faustus. Give Ogre the lamp. Ogre can guide everybody else.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna have it hooked onto my staff and just like leave my staff out like anglerfish, trying to go as far as I can with it to see what's out there.
Okay. With that, Ogre, you take your movement forward.
Mm-hmm.
What's your move speed?
30 feet.
Okay. So that is so it's 25 to get there, and then you see once again there is another squeeze here, a difficult sort of area to get to. You also notice that because Fairy Fire is still up, you guys are able to kind of see your position where you are now, but there's a space where they might be starting to kind of walk blind from their space that they're at to where you are.
There's some little bit of a squeeze, and can I just try to take my turn describing where all the rocks are before the light go to help them navigate to get to where I'm at? As a turn?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I'll say with your action, if you want to try to kind of explain it, I will give you the opportunity. I'm going to say it is a I'll call it a performance check. I'll be nice.
Okay, a straight roll for Ogre then. Okay, 14.
Okay. Yeah, so with the 14, you're able to describe that there's like, okay, there's a rock to the left, then you walk a little bit further, and there's going to be a rock to the right. But you guys got it. You're good.
Duck your head, because there's a bump that's going to hit your head. And there may be one or two little holes, but Ogre can't remember where.
Okay, you guys hear this.
We're right behind you.
Oh, you can have the mushroom zombie follow him. He'll follow Ogre.
Their turn moves after yours, right?
Yeah, right after mine.
Yeah, cool. You got it. Horace, you see on your turn as you go to look down, they're already gone, as they would be moving before you. And Horace, it is on you.
In like utter shock of what I briefly saw in Marquand's fireball, I'm gonna send a fireball as well in that vicinity, just to like make sure I wasn't cave hallucinating or dreaming this up, and make sure that this thing is real. At third level, so 8d6.
Okay, nice.
Wow, a lot of sixes on there. A 34.
34. Okay, cool. I will say because the cave wyvern is somewhat sort of buried under here, I'm going to say they have disadvantage on their dexterity save here. First one's pretty good. Second one's a 4. So that is a fail. Going to take all that damage. So another 34. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Upon seeing that it is in fact real, he's gonna take off in the direction that he heard Ogre coming from. Try to dodge all the hazards that she called out.
You got it. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw. I will say it's a straight roll. 14 was, in general, the idea.
All right. Dexterity saving throw. 7.
Great. Roll me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Roll my ankle.
Roll your ankle, please. Roll me a d4, please.
All right. D4. A 1.
Oh,
That's not a good sound.
Wreck.
you get 5 feet forward, and then immediately just fall from a weird sort of sharp rock that may have fallen from the ceiling since Ogre said gave you the instructions. So who knows, you know? But yeah, Horace, you do fall prone.
Okay. Yeah, I just scream, "Fuck!" as I fall in the darkness.
Just the Family Guy that.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, you got it. Okay. Right. Merquant is going to go 15 feet forward and spend his action to help you to your feet, Horace. Yeah, with his left hand, he like goes to pick up, and it's awkward with how he's like trying to kind of like pick you up, but it's enough that with the force with both of you, as he kind of pulls you up and just. Why are you on the ground? This is no time to crawl. Get going.
I thought I saw a gold coin. Yeah, let's get out of here.
And now, Quant needs to roll a dex save. That's a nat 20 on his dex save. As Merquant seems to possibly be floating at this point. Maybe he might have cast fly himself just to like float over the rock. I'm gonna say with a nat 20, it's very annoying. And that's the beauty of it. So Merquan is no longer having to make dex saves to walk in darkness. He's just going to be the annoying one that's getting it right.
He's walking on the snow while the rest of us are buried 3 feet in it.
Yep, pretty much. You only had 5 more feet of movement of that T20, but yeah. All right, that is it for Merquant's turn. You hear another blood-curdling screech as this creature is going to try to get out. As an action. Wow, that's a 3. Okay. This creature is tearing itself out. You can hear like wings flapping. You can actually even feel like Faustus, you feel like little pebbles starting to kind of like pepper your face as this thing is pulling itself out. It is going to have advantage to be able to do so in the next turn, as it is gaining some ground but very little. And I believe that's all it can do. Yep. Yeah, that was a good move. Cool. So we are now back to the top of the order. Fossis, go ahead and roll me that D20, please.
13.
Okay, cool. Day 13, you guys are not having to make dex saves.
Oh, sweet.
It's a 50-50 chance.
Don't get too excited, everybody. Awesome. So the space behind me where Marquant is at, that is about a 5, maybe 10-foot opening.
Where Horus is, about 5 feet.
Great. As I pass through that, man, Joe, it's not a surprise. You got my character sheet. Fossis has a bag of blasting powder. I'm going to place that at the entrance of this 5-foot space on the ground. And then I would like to use an action to light a torch and place it near enough that if it were to get hit, it would knock into the blasting powder. Basically setting a trap. If something follows us, they will blow themselves up as they walk over it.
So you're putting blasting powder on the ground, you're putting a torch next to it in hopes that if the cave wyvern passes by, it kicks a torch into the blasting powder.
Yes, because it's a large creature thing. Large just in stature, not necessarily mechanics.
You got it. Cool. It's possible.
Yeah, it's all I'm asking for. We're in a hurry. And then I'm going to use the rest of my whatever movement I've got to sneak through everybody and keep on getting closer to or farther away from the mother.
You got it. All right. Foster's, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to give you advantage given your cave dwelling or your cave delving.
It's 12.
I felt good about giving you advantage and having you fail. It makes me feel good. Thank you for that. Cool. Go ahead and roll me 1, 2, 4. Yeah, go ahead and you got a 5. Roll me a d10.
8. I don't know if it's very good or bad. It's an 8.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Next to you get next to Marquand before you fall on the ground.
Got it.
Ogre said there was a hole there.
Yeah, there's a hole. Oh, what in God's name? These are still here. Okay. That's my turn. Yeah.
They're under Ogre's control, so don't hurt them. They can be useful.
Okay, well, we're done. I do want to. We'll talk about
it. You hear Marquand. Ogre, I'm not going to lie. This is very impressive. This is good work.
You see a big smile, like finally approval.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're pretty disgusting, but it's a start.
Ogre has no control over that.
You see Marquand go, not yet. Anything else on Foster's turn?
Nope, that's it.
You got it. Ogre, it is your turn.
I'm too far away to see, like, through the crack where Mom may be, right?
Mom's behind you at this point.
Okay. Just keep, like, shepherding everybody through this enclosure.
Okay, you got it. So it's difficult terrain to be able to kind of move through this, but you have the light source, so you're not having to make dex saves for this. So this is just half movement.
Okay.
So just using your straight up movement, you get to move 15 feet through this.
Mm-hmm.
And then give me a second. I'm going to start to move them in.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Earthquake!
Oh, you fixed the camera, my bad. All right. You're able to see that there is ground a little bit more in front of you. You're now back into this open space. Ogre, give me a perception check.
Natural 20 for 24.
Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. Ogre, you can see, like, pointing the staff out. When you move it to the right, you see that there's this big open space to the right. You know, from Foss's saying, like, the idea is, like, we're trying to kind of follow the trail forward. It may get a little bit tight, but you get a pretty clear understanding of, like, that's where the trail is supposed to lead. However, you also notice that there is a little bit of a sliver space between the area directly north of you. And I'm going to say, Ogre, with a nat 20, there's a moment where, like, as you're kind of, like, swiping around, you see something marked on one of the stones. No, it's not a marking. It's a bloody handprint. So, you have two choices. You could go to the right and continue on down the path to what would most likely be safety. Or you could try and figure out what's in this little crevice up north.
Ogre's still having a little bit of a panic attack. So I don't think she's thinking clearly. So she would probably, oh, this person was hurt and they found a way out.
Crazy
Ogre
logic. I love it so much.
Yep, no questions.
Ogre found a way out!
Can't wait to see it. You took the lantern with you.
All right. Ogre, if you'd like to use your action to dash, you could move a little bit further if you'd like.
I will take my action to dash.
Can you move further away? There she goes. Bye.
Do you think she just found a place to get out? She's not thinking clearly.
Went around the corner, took off running.
Okay. So you guys are left in total darkness. As Ogre just runs off with the lantern in front. Ogre, that is 20 feet of movement until you come to what seems like at first a dead end, and then you see this other sort of mark of what looks like a bloody hand. It's been, like, wiped along the rock, and you see that it's very tight. but you could possibly get through this area. Now, with your action, you spent 20 feet of movement. I would allow you to use 10 to be able to move forward as 5. You'll just be... you'll also be in a space where, like, essentially, like, imagine the rock is right here in front of your face.
Yeah. Like, nightmare cliff diving shit.
Yes, very much so.
I've seen that
like,
diagram.
If something was on the other side of this, you have nowhere to go. Like, you would be stuck.
I'm going to wait here and try to call the others, since I know I have the lantern.
You got it.
Can I at least put the lantern out of the little hole I just hid in so they can see where I'm squeezed in?
So you want to put it behind you?
I'm staying there. I'm just putting the lantern behind me as like a lure saying I'm over here.
Sure.
Yeah?
If you want.
Yes.
So you want to move it away from the tiny crevice of whatever is beyond and move it behind you to help your friends.
Help my friends.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Ogre wants to help.
I want you all to imagine this scene right now with Ogre just seeing that there's like a little crevice of a rock in this dark, dark, dark cave and pointing away from it and turning her back from it as just moving towards the open space. God, I hope there's nothing in there.
I've seen the descent.
Horace, it's your turn.
I'm the last one in like the line, right?
Yeah, you're way back there.
All
right.
Where did Faustus leave his torch at?
To Ogre.
No, it was the torch.
I left the torch on the ground.
Oh, good call. Would that be about right?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a couple steps back to where I'm, back to back with Marquand, and I am going to hold my action. And my action is going to be casting sleep at 5th level, which would be 13d8 of like points.
Okay.
That if meets the HP threshold, will put this creature to sleep. God willing, it's not immune to all of those things.
Okay.
I like it.
In case that it does fail, I would still like to say what the flavor would be, just in case.
Yes, please.
Horace is gonna start speaking in Elvish and telling a lullaby of putting a serpent to sleep and waiting for the right time for it to come around.
Yes. Oh, that's good. Okay. So there's another interesting... Cool. There's another interesting piece to this, is that Horace is going to have to cast sleep on seeing the creature before seeing the mother, before the mother might accidentally touch the torch to blow it up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this as like a space of like, Horace, can you tell me what the trigger is here for this held action?
So I did look it up. Sleep is AoE, and it doesn't say what you have to see. It says the area.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to go off of audio. And once I hear it, start making steps. And like if I feel the steps or hear the steps approaching, that'll be the trigger.
Okay.
Above table, if it does hit the torch, it will have less HP.
Right.
That is true. I agree.
You kill this thing.
But I will also say that's how close you are right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like the blasting powder also is a 50-50 on our life.
Yep.
It's all. I feel like it's all.
That's true. That is absolutely true. It is.
Also might
yeah.
go down a lot.
This thing
Yeah.
could fall asleep and land on the torch. You know.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That's absolutely true. I want to make it very clear the possible choices. Choice A, Horus puts this thing to sleep. It falls onto the torch as it's sleeping, gets blasted by the powder, wakes back up because it got blasted. That's a possibility. Another possibility is that Horus just doesn't roll enough. And, enough HP. Another possibility is that the creature hits the blast of the torch, and then the blast powder hits, causing explosion that is going to hit Horus and the mother. Both of which would probably be taking a decent amount of damage, and then Horus would be casting sleep if Horus is conscious from the blast. And I'm sure about maybe 3 more.
Get out of there.
So,
I'm not saying it's a bad decision at all. I'm just kind of giving him, I actually really like this a lot. I'm just giving a very clear, this is such a crapshoot.
I'm looking forward to seeing how things go.
I love it. Hell yeah. That's great. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so that is Horus's turn. Merquant is going to look back at Horus and see Horus is starting to kind of hold a spell to cast. Horus, it's time to run.
In between muttering incantations and stuff, and then he's just gonna be like, I just want to try one thing.
We don't. You see Merquant spends his action to pick Faustus up, and he stays right there where you are. Faustus, as you're getting picked up, you're like, oh, thank you, and then all of a sudden you just feel under your leg this wyvern just kind of move through. Yeah.
No.
And you feel on Merquant's turn, you feel Merquant try to kind of push you forward. Faustus, go.
I can't. Job's to protect you. You stay, I guess. I'm staying. We could all just go. This is ridiculous.
Horus, one of us should be going. There's no reason for all 3 of us to be staying here.
What's
Faustus,
taking everybody
go.
so long?
Horus is trying to be a hero.
Merquant, face the same direction Horus is. Faustus, you face the same direction?
God. Yeah, because I'm getting paid to keep Merquant safe.
Tell Mr. Ace, Ogre will give him back his fancy pen if he comes now.
beautiful sort of moment in this that Ogra has turned away from the space ahead to give guidance to their friends behind. And every single other person here has followed suit in focusing in on whoever is last there, refusing to leave them. It's now the cave wyvern's turn. Now has advantage to get out. Seven's pretty low, but it has a +5 to its strength, which is enough to get out. So you hear the crumbling. Faustus, I need you to roll me a D20, and I'm going to roll. I'm going to turn I'm going to turn the dice cam off until we get that number.
13.
Okay. So, ruling here, I would say that as I like kind of doing this as a new sort of way of getting the idea of the intention working to that. I would argue that for this intention to work here, have to be within 5.
Fair.
Would that be fair? Okay.
Okay.
Horus, your intention, I need you to roll a D20, please.
Coming right up. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Okay. So, Faustus, you rolled a 13. Is that correct?
I did.
Okay, cool. So here's the good news. I rolled a 16. As the creature comes forward into the light that is still left by the fairy fire, you see it kind of creep towards you, Horus, as you're about to cast that, and then you see inside its face, its mouth, all of those spiked teeth in a space that would be completely surrounding you. A place that would look familiar to where you were trapped whenever you did something wrong. And you hesitate just long enough. Horus, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Alrighty. An 8.
Okay. Faustus, I need you to roll me 68, please.
$33.
Okay. Horus, you are blasted back as the creature itself also seems to take that damage. You are prone with that roll. I'm going to roll a dex save for the creature as this is placed on it. Oh, I thought that was a nat 20 for a second. Okay. Okay, cool. Horse is dead. Yeah, actually, Faustus, do you have a spell save? You do, right?
Yes, I do. It is 16.
Has 16 exactly. Plus 6 to his dex save. So that will absolutely be halved for the creature, but not for Horus.
Yep.
As Horus, you take, was it 33?
33.
Okay. $16.
I think all you hear Horus watch right before you just get blasted.
And I would argue that Horus also gets blasted into the darkness. But you can still see the mother. The closest figure after that blast. You see I will say the Mother of the Mountain is in rough shape. You guys have done 94 points of damage to it so far, all with just fire. So there is probably like a nasty sort of gash and scar across this creature's face as it kind of like straightens itself out and goes for the closest person, which is Horus.
Who is prone?
Who is prone? Horus, as you are on the ground in darkness where you can't even really see the hand in front of you, weirdly enough, I'd say within the 5 feet is that fairy fire. So you can, unfortunately, see the mother approaching with the jaws of that strange circular space of teeth that are completely surrounding, about to consume your body. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. See you all next week.
No.
Love doing that.